Hey guys, welcome back to another character spotlight. This episode we're going to be doing Brave Roy. Now, Brave Roy has kind of been overshadowed by Brave Lynn, his release period, just because everybody's been really hyped for a mounted Brave bow user. You know, everybody's really all about quadding, and she's also really good with her base set. However, I really like Roy. Now, I'll admit that at first I kind of followed the Brave Lynn hype. I was way more hyped for her than Brave Roy, but as you can see, I got 3 Roys, so I felt kind of obliged to use him. And as I used him, I realized that he is really fun to use. He's probably one of my favorite units to use in PvE and PvP, um, in like ever. Now, Roy has a little bit of competition, which is why I think that a lot of people don't use him. A lot of people like using Xanders still, just because they have fully built Xanders and they feel bad just ditching them for Roy. But Roy has something on pretty much every other cavalry unit, and that is his offensive stats. He's the most offensively built cavalry unit to date, thanks to his stats and his weapon. He also has a lot of defense. Like, this is Life and Death 3, and he still has 28 defense, which is huge. He's essentially a mounted swordmaster. If you saw my previous Lord video, you know what a swordmaster is. It's a person with high attack and speed, and they pretty much sacrifice everything else for that. So, Roy has 2 things above other swordmasters, and that is 3 movement range and access to Hone Cavalry. Both of those are huge because they let him do so much more than pretty much every other swordmaster. And he also has his weapon, which is really good. It's 19 attack added, and it's Heavy Blade 3 for free. This essentially makes Roy pretty much the only unit that can use Heavy Blade effectively. Most other units can't really use it too well just because they have to put it in their slot, which means they don't have room for life and death. So either they can't proc it effectively because they don't have enough attack, or they don't double with it, unless they are on the defense. But with stuff like Gale Force, being on the defense doesn't actually do anything. So essentially the plan with Roy is you attack a enemy melee unit. He attacks them, they counter him, and then he kills them on the second attack. That does enough to get him into Gale Force range. He Gale Forces. Because the enemy unit hit him, he is now in Desperation range. So he kills another enemy like that, and boom, there's 2 enemies dead in 1 turn with Roy, just for free. Now, in conjunction with other stuff, it gets even better. It's kind of like a chain reaction, but we will get to that later. I run Fortify Cavalry on him rather than Hone Cavalry, just because he makes such good use out of Hone Cavalry that it's assumed that you run Hone Cavalry on another cavalry unit. So that's why I do that. I have my S-Rank support on him. As usual, I want to show him off to the best of his ability. I have reposition on him rather than Ardent Sacrifice. If I didn't have the support health on him... Excuse me. If I didn't have the support health on him, then he would have enough health to be able to get into Desperation range with an Ardent Sacrifice. However, because of the how good the combo that I just described is, he will usually be getting into Desperation range naturally anyway. So because of that, I ran Reposition just because it makes him even safer than he already is. He's a very safe unit to use, even though he's so offensive. So here's a team that I have built around Roy. I have Olwyn here. She's pretty much Hone Cavalry. That's going to be her main use for a majority of the time, but she also kind of takes care of everything that counters Roy. I'd use Reinhardt, but I don't have Reinhardt yet. She takes care of red units with Swordbreaker because she's a blue unit. She takes care of high defense Lance units because she has Lancebreaker. And she takes care of really high defense units because she deals magic damage. So, yeah, like I said, those were the counters for Roy, by the way. Think stuff like Ike, because he usually runs Swordbreaker. Stuff like Effie, because she's a really tanky Lance unit. Lucas, whatever. He's not that good against Armor Emblem, because a lot of them run Wary Fighter, so he can't double them. And then I have 2 Dancers, both of them with Wings of Mercy. This is kind of like a wombo combo that I have planned. Hopefully we can get it off, at least in one of these matches. Essentially, Roy kills 2 units with the Gale Force, then he gets into Wings of Mercy range, and the Wings of Mercy dancers both dance on him, and he kills all 4 enemies in 1 turn. It's really hype. Hopefully I can do that. Okay, not a good first start, because it's Nazara, and she has Sapphire Lance. Wow, these enemies. This is a very safe team. Both of these units have reposition in their horse units. Roy can go in, kill an enemy, and then Gale Force back out into safety. I have 2 dancers, so I can position very well. The positioning of the dancers themselves doesn't really matter, because, wow, that's sucky. The positioning of the dancers doesn't really matter, just because they will usually be teleporting everywhere with Wings of Mercy anyway. Okay, what do I want to do here? Dude, the positioning of these guys really sucks, man. I guess I do this, man. Oh no. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. Okay, Azra can't Wings of Mercy onto Olivia because she has dance. There you go. Roy has Gale Force, so I can do this. And then just get out of the way. There you go. Took care of a sticky situation there. And then because Olwen has Lancebreaker, she pretty much just heals all and Roy cleans it up. There you go. Gale Force is very good on Roy. Oh! Woo! Behind the scenes. There you go. Now this team is even better. They killed enough people next to each other, I guess. Okay, on to the next team. Effie isn't a good sign. Roy isn't too good versus Armor Emblem. Wow, she even has Rider's Bane. Okay, no Dancer at least. Dancers are always sucky. Okay, as usual, just place Roy next to Olwen. Roy really likes ending his turn next to Olwen because he can get the home cavalry buffs. He doesn't actually need them to do a lot of damage, but they just make it even that much better. Okay, no armor march next turn, so ending Olivia here is actually fine. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with this Effie, by the way. She's freaking huge. Whoa! A little too close for comfort there, Amelia. Okay. Oh! Oh, Amelia had guard, didn't she? Oh, wow. I was expecting to be able to just Gale Force out of there. It's okay, I still have a Dancer. But that was relatively surprising. I'll hand that one to him. Okay, so I can kill Lucina. Make sure she doesn't have something like guard. Okay, I get Lucina. I'm in what's her policy range. So I just fly on over here. This Effie is something else. I might be able to do something with Ninian. Okay, if we can get Effie outside of the defensive tiles, maybe that will help. Let's see, what does Ninian do? 8 damage. 8 damage is not nearly enough. Okay, get out of the defensive tile, Zephy. Get out of the defensive Zephy. Look at her, dude. She's just dancing on them. There you go. Let's see if that kills her. Okay. Yes, yes, it does. Raid boss down, everybody. Okay. Final match. Come on, please be something easy to kill. I mean, at least this time it's a green axe user. Okay. The classic Reinhardt, Lin, and Dancer. They're everywhere nowadays. Okay, we kill Lin. Dance. Hit Reinhardt twice. Gale Force. 23 health is not half. That's just one off. So we just move him back to Olwen. Okay. Boom. Just kills with Roy everywhere. It's great. Okay. As you can see, that was Roy. He did a lot by himself. We got a lot of safe retreats with Gale Force, a lot of double kills with Gale Force. We didn't manage to get off the huge combo, but that's fine. So, yeah. I'll upload another video, by the way, of me completing Tempest with Roy. It was recorded earlier than this one, but I just want to show him off in PvE just because he's really good in PvE along with PvP. But yeah, hope you guys liked it.